and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861. Do you want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy and convenient.
Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement. Moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
evening, viewers. Welcome to another powerful edition of What is Trending on Some TV. Broadcasting live in Jalingo. I am your host, Ishaku Saidu Indi. With me today in the studio is a special guest, of which I have
Genevieve Lukajadi.
And you?
Oluwaseyi Durotinu.
Okay.
Josephine Nze Jehora.
And
Luka Lydia.
these are special guests. So we have 5 interesting topics to talk on today. The first topic, we have deadly clashes in Karim Lamido, Taraba State. Fresh communal violence leave casualties and families displaced. Zimbabwe viral marriage story. A 33-year-old woman reportedly married an 18-year-old boy, sparking global debates. Political unrest in Benin Republic. Popular influencer accused of fake giveaway and online fraud. So also we have ASU threatened fresh strike. So now let's begin here at home in Taraba State. Fresh clashes between Fulani herders and members of the Karim Lamido community have heightened tension in the area. Report point to dispute over grazing routes, farmland boundaries, and long-standing misunderstanding. So now, based on the clashes between the Fulanis and the local communities, what do you think? What do you think like it triggers the misunderstanding between the Fulani herders and the local communities? So what can you say about it? What can you say about it?
I think the misunderstanding started over disputed grazing road between the Fulani herdsmen. So both sides feel as if their rights were ignored. That's what causes the misunderstanding. Yes.
Okay, both the Fulani herdsmen and the local community feel like they are right. So after feeling they are right, that's what erupted the fight between them.
Yes.
So is there anything you can say about the crisis between them?
Yeah, what I have to say about the crisis between Fulani and the community,
the local communities.
The local communities.
Yes.
And Fulani and the local community start having this issue, and now the issue is not all about the Fulani and the local communities. Now it's about the Karimjo people.
Okay, the Karimjo people.
Yes,
tribe and
Wurukum people.
That means it has affected some other tribes.
Yes,
around.
within the communities. So they are fighting against this land and this water.
Okay, land in dispute.
Yes.
Okay, so what can you say about the clashes? Is it about the land in dispute, or there's something different that the Fulani herders and the local communities are fighting upon?
Yeah, what I have to say is about the land dispute. The cause of the incident was a Fulani herdsman. They went into the community.
Okay, the invader, they came into the areas of the local communities with their cattle. That is where the community said no, and that's where the whole issue started.
Yes.
Okay, what can you say what would be the perfect or cause or permanent solution about all the current happening there in Karim Lamido?
And the solution that I'm going to point out is that the government should ensure in land dispute there should be a map.
Okay, you mean like the government should draw a line between the Fulanis and the local communities, yes, by setting out some boundaries,
yes,
between them. So do you believe that is a solution that will bring peace in Karim Lamido?
I believe with her, because all these fighting things is not necessary. Because we have been living peaceful, the Fulani and the Karim people have been living peaceful. I don't know the reason why they will come and be fighting each other now, and all this thing is causing some financial damages, which is not good, because it's affecting farmlands, all necessary things. So we have to like.
Okay,
Yeah, I also suggest the leaders, the community leaders, should come and interfere in this issue.
Okay, collaborate with
with the government.
With the government.
Yeah, to know how to share the property between the Fulani herdsmen and the local community.
Okay, like the government need to intervene by calling or bringing collaboration between the Fulani herdsmen and the local community to have a dialogue meeting and set
and
out.
by setting up effective conflict resolution committee.
Okay, then this will be a solution that will peace will reign in Karimland.
And also, I also think the government should point out the point that they have to talk to the Fulani herdsmen to also compensate those people that they were affected.
Okay, like those the victims who were affected in the act should, like Fulani should compensate them.
Yes.
So that further clashes or crises should not erupt. Because failure to do that, people will, maybe Fulani will still think like these people, seeing there is no compensation in it, they should at least go and attack them again. But we should also know that maybe by saying that Fulani, is it only Fulanis that should compensate the local communities, or there's some other steps, some other things that the local community should also compensate Fulanis? This is why we need to know, because maybe the problem may come from the Fulanis or will come from the local communities. And now, where something difficulties has happened like this, if only Fulanis will compensate the local communities, we don't know either it was the Fulanis or the community that started.
Yeah.
So now, what do you think will be the solution so that the both party will be equally, or they share equal rights?
You know, Fulani people are saying they don't have a place to stay, they don't have food to give their cattle and lots more. So they also need a right, a place. Like government should also help them, give them some places, like a land for them to live and their cattle. So this will also help in resolving some
bring
issues.
The peace.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful presentation. We note that yes, it's good that when something like crisis happens, the government need to intervene. So we also appreciate the governor of our state, Dr. Abu Kefas, with his fast response to the event where it's happened by enforcing some security agency around the area and setting up some committee between the Fulani herders and the local communities. So that is a very good one, but let's also look at what's happened in Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwe viral marriage story. A video from Zimbabwe has gone viral showing a 33-year-old woman has reportedly married an 18-year-old boy. The story has sparked debate across Africa, Nigeria, and it has also affect our culture. So now, what does this incident say about morality? Now we have seen that this small boy, 16-year-old boy, has a sexual affairs with a woman of 33 years, which happened to be his teacher, teaching him mathematics. So now, on the process of doing that, they ended up by doing something different. So, what will be your thought? What do you think that will be the solution or will be the good result on what happened?
The government have to interfere also. They have to come in and arrest the woman, because you know that boy is just a small boy. He doesn't know anything about sexual immorality or something. So they have to interfere and ask the woman what's the reason why she did such thing.
The government need to intervene. The boy is too small. It's a minor. A minor that he don't have the full control over doing such an act with a woman.
Yes.
And that the woman need to be arrested because of the act. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But from my own view, the way that guy is playing the role, I don't think there is anything like small boy.
Okay, the way the small boy is playing. Are you trying to say the boy has the talent of expose about such acts?
Yes. That was what I'm trying to say.
And also, I think one of the main points here is that the guy is minor. Like the boy is a minor.
Okay, the boy is a minor.
Someone that is down above
below 16.
Yeah, sorry to say.
And I think parents supposed to be guided about what their children want, because I think this boy have known this thing for long.
Okay.
This may not be his first time, because the way that video was, if you see it, you know that it was something else.
Okay, what you are trying to say is like the parent need to be warned and well guided, because the boy is based on the act he was performing. He was like an expert to it, and he knows the act better than other adults people. The parent need to be guided about it.
Yeah, and the teacher need to be arrested.
Sure.
Like she has to go through some certain rules and punishment.
Okay, like the woman.
Yes.
I need to be arrested because she's
a teacher.
She's a teacher.
She's there to guide him as his teacher. You understand? According to this video and the story, it was clearly shown, I would say, that he went there for her to teach him more on
mathematics.
Yes.
Like the boy is not that good in mathematics.
Yes. And they end up doing something different.
The act.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that if we can say the woman should be arrested, just share your thought, if you think that the woman should be arrested, don't you think that the way this boy was playing, the talent he was displaying, is it not enough that the boy is just by number of age, which is very minor, but his talent is beyond 16?
Yes, he's a minor and he has a mentality of an adult, like something an adult. I think it was exposed maybe either by the teacher or maybe by the social media stuff. And also you cannot just tell you can't just focus more on the parents than saying that the parents should put more as in more focus on the children, to be checking their phones, like all that stuff. It will not be that easy for them. Normally social media.
Okay, aside the parent that they should get it or whatsoever, don't you think that the social media has contributed to all this act? Maybe by always being on social media watching some other illegal acts, don't you think that has also affected or has influenced the boy towards approaching such acts?
Yes, sure. It has. That's what I was trying to point out. This social media, the more you are into social media, even when you just pick your phone, for example, if you just try to move to Facebook or social media or TikTok like that, you might just see all these videos. You just pop in anyhow. And as a minor, when you are already having a phone, definitely when you see a picture of that, you have a interest or something. You have a mindset that let me try to know something about that. I think that is where he gets some of his idea, and he had the mentality up there. He was just looking for an opportunity, and which he had.
Okay, thank you for that thought you shared. So somehow I can say the boy, the way he did. Now people are now judging the boy based on his action, not by his age. That the boy is small, but his actions speak an adult mind. While the woman convinced him to do that act, but now what sparked the controversies is that this boy played an act of more than a 16-year, but the age is what matters. No matter what, the age is what matters. So let's look at the whole thing now. We are now leaving our audience to now also share their thought in the comment section based on what happened. But for both of the topic we have shared, that is the clashes in Karim Lamido and what this old woman and the 33-year-old boy, in the 33-year-old woman and the 16-year-old boy has did. By this, our viewers stay tuned while we take a commercial break. We will soon back. Thank you.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Super cash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services, endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. Partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands.
With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
You want to score 280 and above in JAMB? At Taraba Business School, we can make your dream come through. Register now for our JAMB and CBT training. Intensive JAMB and WACE coaching classes with experienced teachers is ongoing. You will also be trained on computer-based training, CBT. Visit Taraba Business School today. We are located opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. You can call the following numbers for inquiries: 080 602 69140, 070 634 28464, 080 606 60861.
Welcome back from the short break. Now we continue. Our headlines: rising tension in Benin Republic. In the Benin Republic, rumors of political instability have raised regional concerns with recent coups in West Africa. ECOWAS is watching closely. Now we have heard that there was a coup in Benin Republic. So like there's a group that formed to overthrow a government. So I want to share your thoughts. What exactly happened, and what do you see the solution of the government? Because there's another group that came up to overthrow the government, like a military coup. So what do you think is the possible or a solution to all those problems? What can you say about it?
Well, according to the incident, there was a call that between the Benin and the military, there was a misunderstanding, and some military men, personnel, they have to raise their own community. They want to rule over the government, and which is not right. And thank God for the intervention of the Nigerian military, which they help in intervening in the matter, and they feel.
Okay, like there was a military coup issue that races in Benin Republic.
Yes.
There's a group that formed to overthrow the government of Benin Republic, and some other countries like Nigeria also helped by sending some troops,
Yes.
Air Force and other security to the country to also assist where their mission failed.
Yes.
So now, let's see what will be the penalties of those groups who attempted to overthrow the government. What decision or action the government should take over them?
I think if we are to talk, the democracy government is better than the military government, because in democracy government you have the freedom of movement, freedom of speech, but in the military government it will be hard for us to have the freedom of speech, because they will be the one to be ruling us and we don't have any say. If we look that angle, we will know that the democracy government is better than the military government. So those ones trying to fight the government should look in that aspect, that the military government is not good for us as a citizens.
Okay, back to you. Yeah, I can say it's somehow right, but we can hear opinion from some of my guests about the military coup. I think the group organized based on maybe the government is not doing good to them and they feel like they can overthrow the government to make their country to make their country very nice. But I think that's not the solution. Or is there anything you can like to say about the action of those groups against the government?
You know, some people made a committee because some of their need, what they demand from the government will provide, and they will just make a committee and said, since the government will not do this for us, this is the way out for us too. So they will decide to start kidnapping, start doing so many things for them to get money, for them to get like something that it will help their life. So that makes some of the people, some of us, the citizens, to be terrorists, now bandits everywhere. So I'm calling the government here to help also, to intervene in the matter, because issue of not having some people need to be working by now. So you see he's done with his degree, done with his PhD and much more, but still he's at home doing nothing. The certificate is just inside his room, just nothing like nothing. So we are calling the government to help in order to reduce the bandits and the terrorists.
Okay, if I may get you right, you mean this group of people that trying to overcome the government is as a result of no job after having the BSc, PhD and what have you, but there's no job. The government is not doing justice to them.
Yes.
So they form the group like to overthrow the government.
Yeah.
So are you trying to say this attempted is like the government now to take a serious action by giving job opportunity, opening way for the youth and other people who live within the country who are with disabilities?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear from my special guest Lydia. What can you say about military coup? Do you think that the group formed against to overthrow the government are right or they are wrong?
Yeah, what I can say about this issue is that they are not right at all, because they are not right. But what I can say is for the government to intervene. You know, like my sister here said, it's lack of job that is making all these guys to do what they are doing. So I am calling on for the government to intervene on this issue, for the youth out there to have a good job that they help themselves, for them not to be doing all this kidnapping stuff and this boundary stuff. So I'm calling out for the government to intervene on this matter.
Okay, actually you made a point that maybe if the action is bad, still government need to intervene because it's too lack of opportunities, proper care of those who are with disabilities, that the government need to intervene. The action speak what government need to do to them in the country.
Yes, and not only that, and also the government should also try in ensuring, trying to bring and put all their promises which they have made into consideration. Like they should try and enforce all the promises which they have made to the citizens.
Okay,
because
maybe
that is one of the things that is causing all these things. Yes.
Okay, you mean like the government need to keep to
Their
its
promises, yes.
like during maybe election, whatever, promise to do some other thing, but fail. That's why it's raising all these group that's trying to overthrow the government.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but do you think that the contribution of other countries to support the Benin Republic and condemn those groups are right? Like economic of West Africans, like ECOWAS also intervened, and other countries that intervened. They did the right job, but don't you think that they also, after intervening in helping the government to succeed over those groups, don't you think that they also need to tell the government or see the problem and also address what caused those groups to now attempt to overthrow the government? I think it's good that after the countries helping the Benin Republic to succeed by fighting those groups, I think it's good that they also need to advise the country to see the needs of their citizens. Or don't you think all those is not necessary?
It's very necessary. Yes.
Was there anything you can say about it? Because seriously, Benin Republic military coup, it was wrong, but meaning there is something hidden before these people raised on attempted to overthrow the government.
Despite the fact that maybe they have not fulfilled their promises that the government have made for them, that's why they did what they did. The government is supposed to help in fulfilling all these promises that they have made, and me seeing that other countries come to help the government is good, because why? Maybe this thing may lead to killing, and what they did, they resolved the issue so that it won't lead to that stage that it will bring crisis within the country.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful presentation. So now we need to get the solution, because this can happen to any other African countries. It has happened in some other countries, of which is like it becoming a value. So do you think that other countries should take note of this, or what advice can you give other countries? But because what exactly happened in Benin can happen to other countries.
Yes.
So is there any advice you can give your neighboring countries?
Yes, I will stick to that point that I raised, that the government should try to fulfill their promises, because that is the first, to me, I feel that is the first important things that they need to do when they move into their position or their office. Yes, because that can happen to any country, because every citizen has what he wants. They really believe in the government before they vote the government. Like they have more they have ensure that yes, is capable of doing this. That is why they give him his full support for him to come to this office. And him coming to the office, he has to fulfill their promises. Make sure you give them work, like try to look into their matter and try to promote the citizen. Yes.
Okay, that is good. I think it's good that the government need to address the welfare of the citizens, their hardship, and also look at their needs, keep to its promise. So that's very good presentation. It's good that once another country, African countries, is involved in the problem, the way Nigeria did by helping them, sending military troops to overcome the problem, is good. So notwithstanding, let's also look at one of the interesting topics, that is ASU. I know it's interesting, but students may not like it. That is ASU threatens free strike. So this strike, we know that definitely is not good for students, but there is misunderstanding between the government and the ASU, maybe on paid salary or other promises. So I want you to share your thought now, as ASU threatens to go on fresh strike. What do you think will sustain, or the government need to do in order to stay away from embarking on another strike? Because issue of strike mostly come as a result of unpaid salary, pension, and other failed promises of, like example, like a medical equipment needed by the school for lab technician and other things. So these are all what is required, and the ASU needs unpaid salary and others. So do you? Okay.
Continue.
Okay. So we know that it's issue of unpaid salary that normally come before they go on strike. So now, as ASU threatens another fresh strike, I want to show your thought. What is your thought, or what do you want a federal government to do to prevent this strike, because it's definitely affecting our students in Nigeria?
What I have to say in this case on this issue is that the government should try to call the ASU, like they should sit and have a meeting. They should try and know their reasons, and definitely their reasons are those because they are not paying them their salary, their pension, or the thing that they need for them to do. So they are not doing that, the government. So I'm trying to say that the government should please, they should sit and they should embark, or they should go on agreement on trying to resolve the issue by paying them their salary or their pensioner, trying to pay them, so that, because this strike is really affecting the students, the youth, it's affecting us seriously. Because you can see, like last year, it get to the process that students they are already writing their exams. Like some of the students are left with some few papers, like 2 or 3. They have to go for strike and come back January, and immediately they came back, they have to continue with the examination, and it was a little bit wrong. They have to, if the government have looked into it and they have tried to do their own duties by paying and by meeting up to their demands or whatever they have to do. I don't think that the strike will be that serious up to now, because this strike it has started since 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So the strike is still going on, and I think the government should try to cut off this. It will be very important.
Okay, that is good. Yeah, I don't know whether one of you can also chip in about this strike, because we know that the strike is not something we like it, but it comes like an accident, though the result is coming from the federal government by failure to comply with the promises. Though the reason why we keep embarking on strike, because government has been taking a lot of promises but still fail. So do you think that if the government and the ASU have a dialogue or a meeting on how to set things normal, do you think that still the government will not fail to comply with the promises and it will lead to the strike?
Well, it will not fail if the governments are ready to pick up their tax, like trying to give them what they need, the money, paying them their pension, like trying to pay them their salary, their full salary. And I think that would be very good way.
Yeah, that is right. The government need to pay their salaries. So I don't know, what if the government also agree with the term and the condition set by the ASU to pay maybe in next 2-3 months that there should be no strike. Then after agreeing to do that, the ASU, there's nothing like strike. But at the end of the day or the month, the federal government failed to comply with the promises. What do you think would be the next action?
Yeah, the government, the lecturers first. The lecturers are really trying, so they need to be paid, because a lecturer will fix a class 7 o'clock and he will be there before that time. And just think of it, I came and lecture. If I'm done with my lecturing and it's not only one class, mind you, it's not only one class. Some will be holding like 3-4 classes a day, but at the end of the month they will earn nothing. So this thing also baffles them. It pains them a lot. So that's what makes them to go for strike, in order to make the government think of it. How are we going to do about the future leaders of tomorrow? If they did not come by, if we did not call for this strike, then we don't have leaders of tomorrow. That's what will also cause all these terrorists, bandits, and what have you.
Okay, thanks for that. I got you right. You made mention of that the government need to comply by paying them their salaries, so that there should be no strike.
Yes,
it's good, but sometimes maybe the government have other program or budget to do, but it's good. And we also know that salary of staff is not what to be joked about.
Yes.
But do you think if we embark on strike, what matters or what normally affects students? Do you think it affects students, or it only affects the staff? They also, is it only affect them, or it affect the student too?
It affects the student. Why? Because a student will be thinking he'll be graduating in 2025, and
Yes.
you see maybe the calendar will come and be something else, and you see the student ending up graduating 2027. This
Like last year,
Yes.
some people were
Yes.
left with only one paper to.
you have to come back and rewrite it the next year.
And it, yes,
This affects the cycle of the school, and it affects the student.
Does it affect them academically, like
Yes.
results? Also, how does it affect? Is it that once school resume, they only fix in exam date without giving times for students to
Yes.
refresh? Okay, so on the process of giving only exam date to students to come and start, once student resume and start exam, it affect them because they could not
There is no
go
time
deep
to go
in
and
their
study. Yes, it's only
Because they want to
Friday
start the other section.
Okay, now let's be specific. Now, between the ASU and the federal government, who should be who accountable, or who is in the better position to resolve the issue of strike?
is within the ASU and the government. They should resolve the issue.
Okay, between the ASU and the government.
Yes.
What I want to know, because ASU is like they are the staff and they're serving. So
No,
the
this one is the government.
the government, is it that the government is at the better position to handle this issue without strike, or ASU also need to contribute to it? But we know that ASU already, they are doing their job normally, but it's just that because their salary and other promises has not been paid, that's what leads to strike. So don't you think that is the federal government or is the government that are the cause of all this strike? And what do you think, if it's the government, what do you want the government to do to prevent the further fresh threatening strike?
I think it's the government that are causing all this strike, because they promise the ASU maybe money and they do end up giving them. So the ASU embark on their strike. So in the case whereby if they provide that money for them, I definitely know that ASU are not going on any strike, because why? They are paid for what they want.
They have done.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Now,
And they also need to be paid for what they work for, because they are putting more effort of doing their job, which are the ASU, the lecturers too. They are putting more effort doing their job, so they need to be paid so that to give them more morale to do their
because
job.
if they are
with joy.
paying them, they will do their job with all of their heart. But you will go and work and they will not pay you. You yourself, you will not be happy to come back to that place tomorrow and work. So the government needs to pay them so that they can come and work.
so do you think that because the government has a lot of projects, a lot of things to do, and it's like the government is under pressure, so that's why it's leading the promise he took to do and fail?
No, that would not be the excuse for
Okay, the government, no matter what, salary of the staff and other promises is what the government need to consider first.
Yes.
And the salary of a staff supposed to be their first budget. Because I think the staff make us to be what we are now.
Yeah.
And moreover, some of the staff, some of the lecturers, they also have students that are schooling, so they have to, if they pay them, so they have to pay for their fees of their children too. So I think they should also try and meet up their tax too. It is very important.
Okay, yeah, it's good. It's good that the government need to pay staff their salary accordingly, and if the government promise to do it in next 2-3 months, let the government fulfill this promise. I think that's what we are saying.
Yes.
But we can see that there's a pending salary or some other pending issues that lead to strike since 2009, and the issue is like there is issue about it. So don't you think that the government need to fulfill all these promises before the government need to fulfill all these promises? Otherwise, they will go on another strike, or the government need to sit with the ASU, decide and agree on the term, so that even if he has not paid the unpaid salary, they can be able to continue with studies pending when the promises the day he want to pay reach, so that he will pay.
What I have to say here is that the government should sit and talk with the ASU. Firstly, they should talk about the pending strike, the pending salary which has been lowered down.
Yeah.
There should be times, like they should talk, they should agree on when they are going to pay, and if if possible, they should be paying it like half anytime they are going to pay them that the new salary. They should add some interest so that to reduce those pending salary that was on
Okay,
ground.
you mean when the government is trying to like intervene or pay them their salary, should at least add interest
Yes.
to. Okay, that's good. But let's now go straight to the point, because ASU is there on their right that government need to pay them. But what is the point now that government need to put on before embarking on the strike? If the government did not do this, there must be a strike. And if the government do this, there will be no strike. So now let's put it first. What did the government need to do to prevent the first threatening strike? Is it to pay their pending salary? Or what do we expect the government now to do?
I think if the government pay them their pending salaries, there will not be any form of strike in the school, because I think what they also need is just their money, nothing much. They are not asking for anything much. It's just their money, their pending money with the government. So if the government provide it for them, I think there will not be any issue again.
Okay.
Well, I also need to raise another point, is that even though the government, I know the pending salary might be too rich, but it's their right. Like, they have to pay them, they work for it, so they need to pay them. So even though they are not going to pay them fully what they head back to them, so they should try their possible best and just try to follow up those present salary. They should clear those present salary and try to look back on those pending salary. They should try to come up with it. Yes.
Like, even if the government will not pay full, but let the government show concern by paying what they also demand, even
Yes.
if it's not complete, so that at least they can now continue with that strike.
Yeah.
So thank you, our viewers, for watching us. I remain your host, Ishaku Saidu Indi, and you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for more package, and on some TV, same station, same time. Thank you.
Every day begins with a need to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services, endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.